Welcome back, trainers, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Rhydon. So, Mudslap did get a buff, and Breaking Swipe did get debuffed in the sense that it's not going to lower the attack every time, and we're going to be checking out both of them. So we've got three new things going on here. Shadow Rhydon, Mudslap doing more damage, and Breaking Swipe. Let's see what we have going on here. We're going to be pairing it up with Shadow Venusaur, you already know. Dragalge as well. Let's have a little fun, folks. If you can hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated. And let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. Yes, for my last video, talking about the community days, I said 2002. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell's going on with me when I say these wrong dates. Maybe I do it intentionally to get the comments, but anyways, let's see what we have going on. They let the outrage go. We farm them down with Dragon Tail, and they do have that Pidgeot at the end. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Rhydon here. I'm going to go straight for the Stone Edge, as that is going to be the secondary move that we're going to be going with the entire time. And I should have known better that they would be shielding that up, as this is their last Pokemon here. They're going for a Feather Dance. We do resist all of the moves, but a Brave Bird at this point will probably KO because, well, not probably, it will KO. So we're going to go ahead and shield that up, get to the Stone Edge, and take the win. And the IVs are garbage. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a minute. You go ahead and let me know. I actually found a better one today, so you gotta love it. It was a pretty hard one to find, Rhyhorn, so you know, I gotta take what I get. I found another one before, but the IVs were like max attack, no defense, no HP for the IVs. This one is, you know, awful, but at least I'm gonna be able to get more levels out of it since the attack is lower than the IVs. All right, bringing in the Vigoroth here, or the Venusaur up against the Vigoroth. They go for the Rock Slide, sounds good to me. Getting to that Frenzy Plant. Do they want to double shield their Vigoroth here, and they're letting it go, sounds good to me. Bringing in that Dragonite to farm us down. That thing does have a bunch of energy, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Rhydon here. And this is our last Pokemon, so yeah, I had no choice anyways. They have a Lantern in the back. We did farm up a bit of energy, so we're already kind of loaded up here. We're going to go ahead and throw the Breaking Swipe, and we get the attack drop. Now, here's the thing. I think even if we get hit by a Surf after we debuff them 2 times, that will probably still KO, because we're freaking Rock and Ground and Shadow. And horrible IVs. So yeah, totally would have KO'd, but Rhydon is taking the damn win. Let's go, baby. Next game, we're met with a Relicanth. Very spicy there. They're going to be swapping into Skeledirge, and we're immediately bringing in the Rhydon here. Now, we are going to shield this up and farm them down, and we'll come out of this with a lot of energy. Yes, the Relicanth did have Water Gun. Well, at least you're going to see that now, and that's fine. We're going to get both shields out of them, I do believe here, going for the Breaking Swipe, and we're super effective with the quick move, as well as getting stabbed. It's doing a lot of damage here. It's fun that the Mudslap did get a buff now, so we can actually have a little fun with that, as it was pretty good move already, but now it's just even better. Of course, bringing in the Venusaur, we breaking Swipe twice, so we don't really need to shield anything up there, plus it's all resisted for the most part. Frenzy Planting Toxicroak, essentially one-shotting it, bringing in Dragalge to finish them off, and they're backing out. We take that win there with the Dragalge at the end. This team did very well for me. If you're thinking you're pretty weak to ice, yes, we are. Yes, we are. I made this team this way specifically so we can pull out certain types of Pokemon, because some of our accounts are on the annoying hard mode, while others are on easy mode, baby. All right, so we're up against this Greedent here. We're going to let that Crunch go, and of course they get the defense drop. And we're definitely going to be shielding this up because we want to kind of win this matchup here. I think a Frenzy Plant will be enough. So they just revealed both of their moves. They have Crunch and Trailblaze here, and they're actually going to double shield. Sounds good to me. So they're going to be retreating and sniping me with their Haunter. They probably thought they were super good doing that. Oh, okay. Sounds good to me. You screwed yourself. You played yourself. Congratulations. We're going to go ahead and immediately go for the Breaking Swipe with the Rhydon after absolutely annihilating that thing. Swap into the Dragalge since we weren't swap locked, and bring in the Dragalge, like I said, to go ahead and Dragon Tail them down. And they do have a Conkeldurr. Then this is all but over for them. As soon as we get to the Outrage, it's a wrap. There's nothing they can do here. Brutal Swing's not enough. We resist the counter, and yeah, we're going to take the win here. And looking good. Now, if we did go up against them with obviously the Rhyperior, that would have been a wrap. So it was good that we had that alignment there. And we're taking 4 wins with our first set using the Shadow Rhydon. Let's go. Fun fact for the people who don't know this, Rhydon was actually the first Pokemon design over any of them. Before Bulbasaur, before Pikachu, before Charizard, it was intended to be dinosaur-like Pokemon or dinosaur-like creatures, but they took a whole another path and extended it into just all kinds of creatures, which is probably the better idea because you have a lot of these rip-offs that do the whole one species type thing looking like, and they have like all these like dinosaur looking things. They look cool and everything, but yeah, anyways, Rhydon was the original design, and it is the first Pokemon technically ever made into existence. So a little bit of a fun fact there for Rhydon. I do have a love for this thing. And yeah, I'm actually playing Pokemon Yellow right now. If you haven't heard me talk about that already, been taking my sweet time playing it. I kind of just let it sit there on and do my thing. I shouldn't do that because the battery in that game is what, 20 freaking plus years old, and it's still going and it still saves. The crystal is definitely dead. I have a Pokemon crystal. That one is completely dead because it has to keep track of the time and everything, which would assume it would drain the battery faster. All right, anyways, enough of this yapping about Pokemon old school games, which I just can't get enough of here. Going up against Double. We'll let this first one go. This Body Slam is going to do a lot, bring us into the yellow here. And yeah, this is just the way it goes with Shadow Venusaur. It just hits like a truck, but can't really take a hit. Most Shadows can't. And we're going to farm them down. Did you see that nice putter lag? They should have maybe got to another Body Slam, but it actually worked for me once. It actually helped me out, the lag. Let's go. All right. So skipping frames, baby. Bringing in the Rhydon to go up against this Nidoqueen here. I had a suspicion they were going to go for a Poison Fang, which is going to be massively resisted by the rock in the ground, and they lowered my defense. So what we're going to do is they bring in Jellicent. We're going to go ahead and throw that Breaking Swipe, and we're going to bring in our Dragalge here. Shadow Ball is not going to do jack crap. Well, it's going to do some, but it's nothing to worry about. They try to get my shield. I'm not shielding you up. I just debuffed you. Did we get the debuff? Actually, I think, yeah, it did occur. As you can see, Breaking Swipe still putting in the work. Okay. So we're farming them down, and well, Nidoqueen's weak to water, so we're just going to go ahead and spam Aqua Tail here. I actually think I win this with the Dragalge. We don't need to bring in the Rhydon again, and we're looking good here. Dragalge's amazing, folks. Absolutely, have always vouched for it. Pretty cool design too. Next game, we're met with a Vigoroth. This is a decent lead. It's better than going up against with Rhydon, right? Because we're going to be taking super effective from the counter. Dragalge wouldn't mind going up against this. Most Vigoroths do have Rock Slide now, so they don't have a super effective charge move or anything like that. All right, so what the play is here with these people lately is they want to shield it up, double shield, and take the win and then counter you all the way down. I don't know if they do. Oh yeah, they definitely do. So I'm going to go ahead and swap so they don't get the farm on that, because it would have been a decent amount of farm with the resistance on the Venusaur here. And they're going to throw it, then swap into their Jellicent. As we get to the Outrage, this is obviously not going to KO, but what we can do is bring them low enough, and then we'll bring in the Venusaur to farm them down. I wanted to bring in the Rhydon here. Actually, Dragalge taking the damn win. Oh shit. Let's go, baby. And then we get to the Aqua Tail. Oh, they're getting stomped by Dragalge, and they have a Nidoqueen. So I immediately swap into the Rhydon here, and we will be shielding them up. Now they go for the Poison Fang because they're like, I need to get your last shield. And then they try to back out, but I take out the Pokemon before they can quit. Get your ass out of here. No, you're not quitting. I'll make you quit. Peace. Okay. Next game, what are we going to see here? I'm going to make a video about portable Pokestops. I've talked about this before. Some scumbag on X, Twitter, or whatever, you know, the Predator guy, the guy who likes to message women just predatory messages, ripped me off like he always does, like a lot of people do. So I'll be bringing you another video on what the full concept of portable Pokestops are, which again has been taken because these scumbags can never find their own damn ideas because they have no individuality or independent thought. All right, so we're going to get that shield out of them, going for an Aqua Tail up against that Victory Bell. They're swapping into their Skeledirge. We bring in our Rhydon here, and we're going to shield this up, and I think we try to... I don't think we actually farm them down. All right, never mind, we do. Farm them all the way down, and they go for the Stone Edge and take the win up against the Victory Bell, which would have eliminated us in about a blink of an eye with that Razor Leaf up against that rock and ground. Next game, we're met with Shadow Victory Bell, or Victory Bell came back for some revenge, but this time in a shiny form. Shiny Victory Bell looks amazing. They're going to be swapping, trying to catch, but we're not going to be giving up anything. As they do bring in their Talonflame, we bring in the Dragalge. We will shield up. They go straight for the Brave Bird, which is perfect for the shielding. And now we're going to go for the Aqua Tail after we did farm up a bit. Now, reviewing this, or not reviewing, thinking about this, as I was battling, if they would have shielded that up, they would have been in a pretty decent position to kind of force us to use 2 shields, because I already know that we're almost at another Brave Bird, but hey, this works too. So they do have an Alolan Graveler in the back, which is getting absolutely destroyed by the Dragalge here. They're still holding on to Bolt Shields, immediately taking them out with a Mud Slap. They bring in the Victory Bell. I swapped to catch here. And I think I let this go. Oh, shielded up. But they have 2 shields, so what in the actual hell's going on? Rhydon's not going to get to the Breaking Swipe. Did we actually get to it? I need to get one more Mud Slap off, but we don't have enough health for that because Razor Leaf is going to do about a quarter of our health for each individual Razor Leaf, right? So we're going to have to keep baiting them here. And we survive this, and we get to the damn Sludge Bomb. Shadow Venusaur for the win up against this shiny Victory Bell. Very nice. It came back for revenge, but it did not get it. Next game, we have a great lead up against Swampert, and pretty sure they go for a Hydro Cannon here. Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. So we're obviously going to let this go. We know it's a Hydro Cannon, but still doing half of our health, which is absurd. This is freaking absurd. Give me a freaking break. But I'm over here complaining about that. But then the Shadow Venusaur is like pretty much one-shotting like Toxicroaks. Alright, so they bring in a Shadow Snorlax, a really good Pokemon here. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Dragalge, let the first Body Slam go, build up to 2 Aqua Tails, and now we're going to go ahead and throw the first one here. So we can ensure that we do come out of this battle with energy. 1-to-1 shield, bringing in that Swampert, going for the Aqua Tail. I do believe they shield this up. Alright, what the hell do you have in the back? Almost getting to the next Aqua Tail. That would have been hilarious. So I do believe I bring in the Rhydon here because we want to start building up that energy just in case it's something that we are good up against, right? And it's a Vigoroth. All right. So what we're going to do is shield this Body Slam, which is not very effective, and go for the Stone Edge and actually one-shot them here. I wouldn't call it a one-shot because we've already bring down their health to about almost half, but we take the win there with a lot of damage with that Stone Edge. Next game met with a shiny Jellicent. This is obviously good for us here. And of course they can hit us with the Shadow Ball or try to catch. We're being very cautious on that, but they're staying here. We're going to throw that Frenzy Plant. They let it go, and they're bringing in a Dragonair. So we're immediately swapping into the Dragalge to do a bunch of damage with Dragon Tail, and we will be shielding this up here. And they have a Clotsire in the back. All right, so that Dragonair is about at half health-ish. And we did a pretty good amount of damage. We are down a shield, so that's not looking great. But what's going to happen here is I don't care about the Dragalge anymore. It put in the work for me, so I'm not going to be shielding this up. I kind of had a feeling they were going to go for a Sludge Bomb. I literally said out loud, I said, if you go for Sludge Bomb, you're screwed. And they did it. All right, so we're going to be taking the win up against Clotsire here, still holding on to all 3 Pokemon, swapping into Rhydon, and we're going to be able to quick move them down and take the win. 3-balling it, baby. Let's go. Next game, what are we going to see with that Venusaur? Talonflame. I was starting to get hit with a bunch of hard counters after I started taking some good wins here. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Dragalge to go up against it. We do have the Rhydon, which is going to be able to resist everything that the Talonflame does have, but we want to hold on to that in hopes that they're going to retreat, but this person is not retreating, which is not technically good for me. So we already shielded up one freaking Flame Charge, and now we shield up a Fly. Okay. Do they want to shield up this too? Tell me you use your shield. Thank goodness. Now we're both shieldless. Let's go. They could win this matchup. That's fine. We're going to bring in the Rhydon to farm them down with the Mud Slap. It's only going to take like 1 of those or maybe 2. And 1, 2. Yes, very good. Shieldless, and they bring in a Swampert. I immediately swap into the Venusaur. They've got a Pelipper, and this thing is going down. This Venusaur is going to be able to finish it off here for us, taking out the Pelipper essentially with 1 shot, with 1 more quick move. Now, Hydro Cannon, that's not enough. So Venusaur is going to take the win. All right, looking good. Good old Shadow Venusaur. Folks, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!